Kia ora, New Zealand. In your news today, scientists have flown over Mount Tongariro to get an understanding of where last night's eruption came from. 2 GNS scientists have been over in a helicopter, and while the weather prevented them from getting too close to the crater, they've got a better feel for it. GNS scientist Brad Scott says there are some positive signs.
We're not seeing an escalation, we're not seeing more energy being released, and we didn't see a whole pile of energy being released before the eruption started. We're looking more so just a perturbation of the volcano hydrothermal system.
Brad Scott says he wouldn't be surprised if there are smaller eruptions in the next little while. And Doc today was checking its facilities around the mountain to see when they can reopen. 4 huts, the Tongariro crossing and part of the Tongariro Northern Circuit have been closed after the eruption overnight. Ruapehu Area Commander Dr. Nick Peet says they'll be taking a precautionary approach over reopening them.
We will be checking those facilities, looking at the condition of those facilities and working with GNS to understand future risks around public use of those tracks and huts.
Nick Peet says the ski fields have been unaffected and remain open. Flights, however, are gradually getting back to normal as ash cloud clears to the east of the country. Air New Zealand says services are recommencing to Gisborne, Rotorua, Taupo and Palmerston North, but flights to and from Napier are still subject to delays and cancellations. And mobile provider 2 Degrees has signed up its millionth customer, challenging the dominance of Telecom and Vodafone. Chief Executive Eric Hertz says providing value for their money is what's attracting customers to the network. He says it's a big step forward in getting the company profitable. And Dotcom says he would have let police into his Auckland home if they had just knocked on the door. The Mega Upload founder has been giving evidence at a High Court hearing about the police raid on his Coatesville mansion in January. He's told Crown lawyer John Pike he would have cooperated with police despite a sign at the front gate saying "Don't let the police in."
Had no expectation whatsoever that anything like this would ever occur, that we would ever be charged. I would have always let the police onto the property.
And the man suspected of killing 6 people at a Sikh temple in Wisconsin is a US Army veteran. 40-year-old Wade Michael Page was shot dead by police in the Milwaukee suburb of Oak Creek yesterday. The suspect had a military background and was dismissed from the Army in 1998 for misconduct, including being drunk on duty. And the Prime Minister doesn't accept the government showed a lack of respect for the Waitangi Tribunal by asking it to hurry up its report on water rights. The Maori Party told him last night it was disrespectful, but he says it's common in the legal system. The tribunal said in its preliminary finding that there wasn't time pressure on it, and John Keys says that wasn't right.
We weren't threatening them, we were just simply saying that in terms of building their findings into our decision making, it would be great if we could have that information a couple of weeks earlier than they'd indicated.
And lastly, in sports news, the Australian Olympic team in London now has just one goal, and that's to beat New Zealand. The Aussies went to the Games hoping to challenge hosts Great Britain in a kind of Olympics Ashes, and that's failed spectacularly, with Team GB winning at least 18 gold medals and Australia just 2. Their goal now is to beat New Zealand before suffering jokes from their Kiwi rivals till Rio 2016. Ka nui ngā karere mātua, mai I te whare kōrero o rima, mauri ora.